Want to know some secret about the media? Government knows the media is coming. That they can't stop coming and reporting shit. And what this is to the government's a weapon. Seeding information to these seemingly blissful idiots who are trained in government programs. Did you know schools are government programs? That at the head of all these programs that are the schools sits government agents and professors. Monarch programming programs humans to be whatever the government wants them to be. Clueless twats, for example, who think that they gotta be unwitting. They don't even know that what they're doing is doing the government's bidding everywhere. Perfect Project Monarch victim, someone who's a whore, grew to be a whore, manufactured to be a whore, and that is a perfect fruit of the government. Or a media fucker who they think they're doing the world a service, and they're doing media things and reporting. They go into the government, they think they're investigating. The government has set out tits for you to suck on and get information from them. And that information's all manufactured. Okay? There is no level that's not controlled. Now, a good example of this is terrorist attack. Or terrorist threats made. Information comes from government. Oh, it's happened. This information's all false shit. We don't even need to know this shit. They have no reason to actually tell us about anything. Why are they telling us? Because they're using us. They seed messages, and it all looks legitimate, and that's enough to get people hooked on the fucking program and controllable. See? And terrorist attack though, how come it never covers the part of the government instigating shit around the world? Huh? You think that's unprovoked threat that comes from people? Or that these are unprovoked acts? No. People have reasons to do things. And to organize at the level that they do, there's very good fucking reasons that those resources would go into that. Okay? Around the fucking world, people fight the government for a reason. They fight this shit country, the United States, for a reason. It's shit. And we're murderous crap. And as long as the public is kept in the dark with their monarch programming and their fed media ignorant bliss shit, well, we don't see that we're the cause of all these attacks and shit, and all these things happening in society that are bad too, like the high rates of imprisonment, the fucking people who are violent, the people who are thrown into institutions. It's all a government weapon. People need to, and the government tricks people too. They think, oh, it's for protection. A new law was passed to criminalize everyone and throw them all in prison. Throw us all into prison for things that aren't truly criminal. There's so many things out there like that. Prostitution, drugs, sex, pedophilic pictures, and stupid shit like that. Threats. Activism. And when it doesn't take much, they'll put people in prison for things that aren't truly crimes too all the time. So once you're in the system, it's hard to avoid prosecution. They were allowed to build up the laws to do it. And the laws are nothing. It's just an excuse. The judge interprets the law. That's all he does. Okay? Judges interpret the law. And you could pass any law you want. Okay? So that lets them put people in jail and prison. Without justification. Like what they were doing in Ferguson, for example. Well, they're pretty good at depriving the people of resources to fight back. And information is one of the things they deprive people of. The NSA leaks were all fake. Most of them. Very censored, government approved, and money driven. Meaning there was profits in it. And the government, there's nothing to them when they see a story, okay? They happily do it. They don't give a fuck at this point. And the stories, they're like, here, you love that? Here's another fucking story. Here's another one. It's basically profit driven, and the damn newspapers and the stupid news organizations on TV, they're all fucking willing to participate, man, because it's profitable. They got book deals and movie deals coming from this shit. And somewhere inside these organizations sits a rich motherfucker who's always had ties to this shit in the first place. Okay? Glenn Greenwald was paid a lot of money. Did you know that? Something like $300 million from PayPal or some shit. And, you know, PayPal's against the activists and WikiLeaks and people like that, but not against Glenn Greenwald, man. It's $300 million, man. Interesting, isn't it? How come he would get money at all? How come these people aren't rejecting the money? Because they're in it for the profits. It's backdoor shit everywhere you go. There's people making this happen. Very powerful people making this happen for these fucking faggots who haven't even told us the true story. The story of American greed and corruption and raping of people and killing people and all this shit. There is no legitimacy to the surveillance system. Nothing. Okay? Oh well. I'm a victim. Everyone's a victim in America. And it's all because of all this shit everywhere.